Well, if you think back to 2010 when we last gathered in convention in Minneapolis, we were in the throes of an economic nightmare, particularly in the United States. Unbelievably staggering numbers of our members unemployed, contractors going bankrupt who couldn't survive. It was the worst economic experience in generations for the members of the building trades and the leadership of the building trades and all the institutions of the building trades. 5 years later, as we gather in Atlantic City, it's been a pretty dramatic turnaround. Our institutions, our unions affiliated with North America's building trades are growing their membership back. The contractor base is starting to come back. Man hours are up, backlogs are up for our contractors, and the trajectory going forward looks very, very good. Not just engaging with our contractors, who historically have been the salespeople for us. We're engaging directly with whole industries and individual companies and talking about our value proposition. And that's making a huge difference for us in opportunities to do work for long existing customers and for new emerging customers. This is going to be a union building trades labor strategy, and here's the people you need to do business with if you want to build my project. That's the strategic approach.
Certainly the Nuclear Energy Institute and the building trades have an extremely good partnership, but across our industry. The building trades supports our 99 operating plants with millions of man hours of support during outages.
About 5 years ago, we got together to create and organize the Labor Management Committee within the oil and natural gas industry. We started out slow with a relationship build, talking about how we could work together to take advantage of this great American energy renaissance we're seeing now in energy production, but at the same time be able to find the best skilled, highly qualified, safest workforce in the country.
For the oil and natural gas industry, the workforce of the future is a big issue. We understand we're going to have an incredible turnover in our workforce here over the next 5 to 10 years. Knowing that the building trades have such a robust training capability gives you that comfort level of knowing you've got somebody that you can enter into a constructive dialogue on getting the job done itself, on helping get the necessary permits, whatever it might be, but also knowing that there's a skilled workforce coming up through the building trades that's going to be able to continue to get that job done for you.
If you just sit down for a second and realize what we are and where we've been doing this with some major operations in the United States for decades. In the case of TVA, 80 years.
We're here at TVA. TVA is probably our most important client as far as the man hours we get and as far as the opportunities that our members have on a daily basis to go to work. One of the things that I'm very proud of through TVA is the Trilateral Safety Alliance, in which we came together about 10 years ago, recognizing the need that we all need to improve safety. Those messages start at the top.
So there is a large number of people watching what's going on at Watts Bar 2, in that it is the first nuclear plant to come online since we started Watts Bar 1 up in 1996. So there is a lot of internal and external pressure to do it right. We don't want to cut corners. We want to take the necessary actions to make sure that Watts Bar 2 is something to be proud of. Watts Bar 2 is a very large employer of a number of people in many different classes. At any one time, there is approximately 4,000 people on site. Of the 4,000 people, about 12 to 1,500 of that would be trades.
The man hours that we are looking at right now is a no lost time, meaning that we're not sending somebody home and he's staying home and not being able to work. And we are over 31 million man hours currently right now. It is great to be part of that, but the main thing is we didn't do it, it's the guys that did it. It's the valuable asset that we have, our employees, and we can't do nothing without them guys. And they do it all.
And our relationship with TVA is directly with TVA and the leadership of TVA. The same with Disney. We have built a relationship with Disney that's now a half a century old. It's directly with the management of Disney. They know the value that we bring, and we deploy that value at their facilities both in Florida and in California. And this is something when you sit back and say, wow, we've been doing this with Disney and TVA for all this time, and now we're just engaging it with these other institutions, and we know that this is a really successful pattern to follow because it's obviously worked for us for a half a century with one and for 80-some years with another.
Here we're very proud of the over 50-year relationship we've had with the building trades. The craftsmanship is amazing, whether we're talking about Walt Disney World or the Disneyland Resort.
These are business relationships, and as long as you're bringing value and you approach it as a vendor-supplier, they're going to take a good hard look at you. We're a vendor-supplier. If we sell you a bill of goods and then we don't deliver on it, guess what? You're never going to buy it from us again, or it's going to take us years to get the opportunity to work for you again. But if we sell you on our services and then we deliver what we said we're going to deliver, well, we've added value to your project, and when you're going to build that next project, you're going to invite back the people who brought value to the last project.
One of the enhancements I think we've seen over the last number of years in our partnership with the building trades is they're much more active now in supporting us in public meetings when we're trying to get the plants licensed. They're very active in working with us on legislative activities. They were very active with us in trying to get loan guarantees for the Vogel plant.
We can't thank enough the public support that we got from our union friends, the trade unions that have helped us get this across the finish line. So those you may not know, we actually filed 41,000 pages of documents at FERC in order to get this permit.
For many years we expected to call local union hall and tell them how many people we needed and have them show up on their job. Over the years though, we have realized that that's just not the way it is. You need cooperation between not only the owner, but contractors and the labor force.
We've had ballparks in the city of St. Louis done with project labor agreements. So I think the value of the relationships in the legislature and understanding what labor brings to the table was an important key.
The stadium wouldn't exist but for the building trades. They played such a critical role not only in communicating the value of us building a new ballpark and helping us with sort of the lobbying effort at the state and local level, but also communicating to our fans. And we were able to get the project done on time and on budget.
Our value comes in a few different shapes and colors.
Well, when you think about all the problems that different communities suffer in the United States and Canada, the building trades has been engaged in helping to work with these communities and create pathways for decades. Now we have over 75 apprenticeship readiness programs going across the United States and many more in Canada to create the opportunities for Native peoples, for people of color, for veterans, for women, and create that pathway through apprenticeship readiness up into apprenticeship programs and ultimately to journeyman status. And after that, as we know in our industry, the sky's the limit.
So this is our new sports and entertainment center here in downtown Sacramento. It's a $494 million project set to open in October of 2016. It's important to Sacramento, not just for the Sacramento Kings, but we think it's really going to revitalize our downtown core. So we're thrilled about the progress so far, as is the community. This is something that's truly bigger than basketball. This is a very complex project under very tight timelines, and we've been thrilled with our partnership with the building trades. They have been professional, they've been safe, they've been highly productive. We've said all along that this project is bigger than basketball. It's about civic pride, it's about economic development, and it's about jobs. So of the thousands of jobs that'll be created here, I'm not sure that any are as important as those that are going to people who live in disadvantaged areas in Sacramento or those that are underserved. So through our priority apprenticeship program with the building trades, we're able to take people who are either homeless or veterans or ex-offenders and people who really deserve a chance to give them an opportunity, not just to build an arena, but to build a better life.
Before I became an apprentice, I was homeless on the streets. I was drug dealing. I was also using drugs, and really wasn't doing anything with myself. And then I found the Sacramento Job Corps.
The way we've structured this apprenticeship readiness programs, and we've full partnered with communities and community groups, we're letting them be the gatekeepers to the apprenticeship readiness programs. They're helping us do the recruitment. They're helping us to make sure we have the right candidates in the apprenticeship readiness programs who have the prerequisite skill sets, the soft skills, to make them be as successful as they can be.
We are very proud of working with the apprentice programs. We are very active in Walt Disney World as well as here in Anaheim at the Disneyland Resort. It brings high quality, diverse candidates. It brings people into the program with the opportunity to learn a trade, learn a skill, and then be able to put that into their professional life. We've had great results. We have quality diversity candidates as well as candidates returning from the military, and we're very proud of our commitment to the military as well as we know the building trades commitment to the military.
There's no other program like Helmets Ardett's out there. You know, the ability for someone to come in, register for free, talk to a training director, talk to a company owner, and make the decision to join an apprenticeship and earn as they learn, not cost their GI Bill benefits to do that. There's no other program like that out there.
As a veteran, this class gives me an opportunity to help support my family and to start another career in my life. It gives these young adults that have no kind of career choice, they do now.
We could not succeed and have a strong economy without the good work of the building trades. The building trades now, with their training program, fills a void that our education system doesn't currently provide.
Building trades councils are very closely aligned with our local workforce boards. Also in state statute in California, unlike other states in the nation, the composition of local workforce boards requires 15% labor representation with a focus on apprenticeship representatives. And that means that in California, the vast majority of labor representatives actually come out of the state building trades and out of local building trades councils. In Fresno, there's a similar coalition and partnership that's come together around high-speed rail construction.
We're really blessed that we have a strong partnership with organized labor here in Fresno County. And I think the main reason that our partnership is so successful is they have the same goal that we do. They want people to be employed.
Well, it's a must. I can tell you that the Building Trades Union is slightly different than some of the other unions I may work with in city government. In the sense where the building trades are really focused on that public-private partnership, and they really are focused on a partnership and creating living wage jobs for their members.
When you become part of the community and it's a community-wide effort, the conversation becomes a lot easier because it's not just me representing the unions, it's the community asking for these apprenticeship opportunities within the community.
So we have to recognize that building capacity of both women and people of color is an importance.
The response to Build Together has been fabulous. We have an excellent team of women that work together to help promote women in trades. We do a lot of talking at high schools, at community events, and we also get out there and just show that we're already doing these jobs.
I think from a St. Louis perspective, what's really nice is a lot of other teams in Major League Baseball and throughout sports have been coming here and looking at the model and saying, what can we do to replicate this in our own community, which is a real testament to the men and women of organized labor and the folks in this community.
When it comes to our engagement in politics, we've long been in it, we've been proficient at it, so we're trying to broaden the playing field that we're on to get out of the line of fire to make sure that we're working politically with folks that understand our value, understand what we bring to the table, that we don't have 1,000 wants, needs, wishes, and desires, and that we're a value-added partner for the communities in which we work and for the industries for who we work.
Just about on a daily basis, we have industries of different types coming wanting to meet. They need help with their legislation. They need to carry legislation that's going to help their industry or their business, or they want help to stop legislation that's going to hurt them.
We've been politically pragmatic for a very long time. The name brand of the politician sometimes doesn't matter. What matters is results, and we're going to measure results.
I think the perception with the building trades, and I say distant past, was that that's just a group that supports Democrats. And I think through their hard work and through their effort of reaching out to the other side of the aisle, they're not perceived that way anymore in this building. I think they're perceived as a group that they're going to be supportive of whoever is supportive of the issues that they work on, whether you're Republican or Democrat, which I think is a great step.
Based on our experience so far with our strategic approach and based on the commitment of the unions of the building trades and the leadership of those unions, I really believe we're going to see sustained membership growth. We're going to see expanded market share. I think that more and more industries and individual major spenders of construction dollars will see the value. I think that we'll expand the use of our pension dollars and leveraging projects that we can control the labor standards on. I think we will greatly expand our work with communities of color, women, and veterans.
It is about access to training, and it's about a coherent natural resources policy, energy policy, and skilled workforce policy that mesh together in a seamless way to let people know they've got a job today, tomorrow, and down the road. If you look at the studies that have been done by people like Build Force Canada, we are still going to need a lot of people. We are still going to have the baby boomers retire. We are still going to have growth in construction, both in cities and in outlying areas.
Well, I would encourage anybody in our industry or other industries to engage very, very constructively with the building trades, to discuss with them what their needs are and how the trades can help them. And again, they'll do a great job on the quality of work, but they may be a tremendous help to you in building public support and building political support.
My governing board has charged us at the building trades with finding, solutions to problems, not compounding problems that we've been in and continue to be in, to finding solutions, to finding pathways forward that elevate the economic trajectory of our membership. And at the end of the day, we're a labor organization first and foremost. And what's most important to us is the economic trajectory and the economic security of our membership.